everyone, this is Killshot99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9. Rick Grimes' death leak. Warning, this will contain events that have not been reported before. There's brand new sites that are out there. One is a celebrity gossip site that has some new information. We're going to talk about that throughout this video. Once again, there's a lot of rumors. Will it be an exit? Will it be a death? They are reporting a death, and if you don't want to know the details, turn away right now. This will have some other information from some other reporting sites as well. We're going to start out with Save Your Facts. This is the most comprehensive explanation we've heard up to this point. So we know early on we see Savior save us. We are still Negan, and that's been an underlying theme all throughout the first couple episodes. Jed is the new villain. We've seen him fighting Aaron. We see him antagonizing Maggie. Have we not learned our lesson when we let these really evil characters stick around? They do come back to play a vital role, and we will talk about that in the middle of this video. That is the big news. We know this week Jed is actually going to pull a knife on Carol. Carol will cut him, but she won't kill him, so he will be allowed to hang around. Let's talk about Rick's mistake and what leads to this. So Rick is looking at the bigger picture, and he has this obligation to the sanctuary, the famous Rick Grimes, and he's made promises to them. He's trying to get food. He went all the way up and negotiated with Maggie. So all along, he is trying to carry on Carl's legacy and just get all the groups to work together. And Daryl doesn't like it, and that could be Rick's Achilles heel. It is going to come back to play a role in the big event. So here's what's being reported. I'm going to walk you through the events and how it supposedly goes down. The sanctuary is just not getting enough food. Rick feels that obligation. He actually takes the white horse and a couple other horses with him, loads up some supplies, and unfortunately he goes about this solo. He's just kind of moseying along, and he gets this herd of walkers following, no big deal, but then he runs into another herd of walkers to the forefront that he can't get by. So he apparently gets off the horse. He is going to let the horses take off into the woods to try to save them, and now he's completely surrounded. But when he's completely surrounded, unfortunately, that villain, Jed, and a few other saviors are going to pop out just like they did with Maggie. Now, I know when these pictures first surfaced, a lot of people were saying, why doesn't Rick just run? Well, he's got walkers behind him, walkers in front of him, and apparently the saviors confront him from both sides, and they have managed to get weapons. You can see Jed actually pulls a weapon this week on Carol, but because he's left to stay alive, some of the saviors have managed to get a few additional guns. The saviors are going to debate who will kill the famous Rick Grimes. So you're not going to want to see this. Rick does get shot multiple times. In fact, apparently Jed has a chance for the kill shot. He misses, and then they're completely surrounded. Rick will be left for dead, and then he starts this hallucination. We know that John Bernthal is going to be filming, and apparently Shane says, get the F out of here or you'll die. Right before Rick is taken out by the walkers, he musters just a little bit of adrenaline and starts to make that long walk back toward the bridge that we've seen over and over again. So yes, this will be important. Rick is bleeding. That is Rick's blood. Apparently shot multiple times is what is being reported. Not stabbed by a whisper. He's not carrying anyone. So this scene is definitely going to be paramount in the ending of Rick Grimes. So he continues to take these steps. Here you can see from this week, just that scene that they're spinning. You can see Rick's boot, so it is confirmed. Look at the hole in the side of the pants. That's also the same gene, so it is Rick, no doubt about it. Rick does make it back to the bridge. You can see he is completely covered in blood at this point. Keep in mind, Rick is severely injured at this point. He hasn't been able to move fast enough to create enough space from the walkers. Everyone coming across is just thinking, let's get rid of this herd. They know Rick's injured, but they don't know the extent of his injury. Rick is going to get up, and once again, he's going back and forth in between these hallucination phases, but his sole purpose is to get back home. It's also being reported that Rick will have a death anthem when he's walking back, phasing in and out of reality. I've cut and pasted lyrics from Set the Fire to the Third Bar. I think it's got some hidden clues in there. I find the map and draw a straight line over the rivers, farms, and state lines. He's making that walk back. The distance from A to where you'd be. Remember, Jadis was asked an A or B, and it's only the finger lengths I see. Remember from the opening promo, we see the long fingers of the walkers out in front, and we do think that we'll get that first-person perspective of Rick just trying to make that journey back. This is obviously not from the show, but I just want to give you that perspective of that journey of Rick walking back and just seeing it from a walker's perspective. And of course, he is going to flash in and out of flashbacks, reality, memories. All those things are going to hit, and we're going to see a different perspective we've never seen before, and it has been hidden in the opening credits. We can see this walker with the long fingers that continues just to make their journey back. And of course, Rick continues to see images of his current family and his past family, just using every last bit of strength and energy to make it back to Alexandria. We see this from the opening credits, and of course Rick will be forever enshrined in that logo. And then the exit aftermath. What happens after Rick Grimes? Soap Dirt is reporting Negan has been freed by the time Rick gets back, and we'll get the Saviors under control, because this is just going to be all out hell breaking loose if someone doesn't step in. And unfortunately, it is Negan. And the last little tidbit, I still would love to see it open ended, is whether or not Jadis with the A or the B. Possibly Jadis gives them a B, which could be bitten as opposed to being alive, because we are hearing that Rick gets all the way back and then he starts to turn. Maybe Jadis is on the other end of that walkie and they can go down and pick him up and do a little bit of testing, or perhaps save him. I know you guys don't want to hear a cure out there, but we are holding on to that last little bit of hope. That part has not been reported, only the previous stuff that we talked about. And of course, it does set the table for what happens to Michonne in the future, what happens to Daryl. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Would love to see what you think as far as if this is going to go down in episode number 5. This is being reported by SoapDirt.com, and it does have contributions from other supporting documentation, some pictures, some theories, some predictions that are out there. It just made the most sense based on what we've been talking about for the last couple months. Would love to see your thoughts, your comments. Once again, this is being reported by multiple sites that are out there. Thanks for everything that you guys do. Give this video a thumbs up. We will have a live stream to discuss this later on today, so hopefully if you get a chance to check this out, join in on the chat, because we do want to get more of your thoughts around this. My name's Killshot. Give this video a thumbs up, and look for more videos soon. Peace.